thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I know you've spoken in depth about the brain injury that you had, but I want to discuss steps being taken to prevent future footballers from suffering from this. Here in England, the FA have taken steps to ban heading in youth football. Do you think this is the right direction to head to?
Oh, it's a very difficult question, and I don't know if I have the right answer for it. It's you know, we all know football, and heading is part of football. And of course, we never want to see that two players are crashing together and they get injured. And fortunately, when you see so many games, it doesn't really happen very often. But even if it's once, it's too often. But I think it should. So my opinion is heading should stay part of football game. I can't imagine how it can work, but maybe it does. And I think it's from heading. You don't have so many headers in a game, and you don't have it so often in training. It's more the fear from my side is more when two players crash together and it's head on head, and then of course then you have very serious injuries. So it's a difficult topic, but my opinion is heading should stay part of football.
I completely understand that. On the topic of football, focusing our attention, trying to go back a little bit for you. Ralf Rangnick, in charge of your national team right now, you have a history with him. Are there any misconceptions about the man that you feel that should be corrected, perhaps? Because I think he's a fantastic coach, fantastic manager. Just look what he's doing right now. Oh
yes, absolutely. So he did, and he proved it so many times, and especially now with Austria, doing such a great job. Austria, such an enthusiasm again. I hope we will qualify for the World Cup. Will be the first time after, I think, 28 years for Austria, and also we qualified for the Euros and played very well there. There was really a lot of enthusiasm in Austria, and also in the former jobs. So he wasn't just a manager; he was sporting director, and so he has a clear way of how he sees football, and he has a clear idea how he wants to play football, and he knows exactly what kind of players he needs that he can play his style of football. So, and I think when I'm telling this, I think these are the most important. Are very important skills of being a manager, that you know how you want to play, you know what kind of players you need for this, and how you teach them. And he understands people, yeah? So he knows with different cultures you have to treat them maybe in a different way. He showed this with Hoffenheim, yeah, where he had Brazilian, African players at that time, and they performed so well, and he's just an amazing manager and a great guy.
Talking about having the right players, believing in your philosophy, what about your philosophy? It feels like every week I'm talking about playing three at the back while I'm covering matches on TV, and in England it feels there's a negative connotation around it. Do you think that's a bit unfair, and why does it work for you? I know that you're flexible, you do change in-game or based on the opponents, you're not just stuck to playing with three at the back, but just your thoughts on that.
I think it's too much discussion about the system. So the system is not important, the habits are important, the patterns, how you want your players to behave on the pitch, that's much more important. So I played in my career every single system. So I got promoted with Linz in a 4-4-2. I played 3-5-2, I played 4-2-3-1, I played 4-3-3, I played 3-4-3. But, and I always look, okay, what suits best to the players we have. And so from my person, I prefer 4-4-2. That's my favorite system, yeah? But do we have the right players for this? But what we do when the opposition, when they have the ball, what are we doing? So what are we doing if we are in possession? Do we want to play? How do we want to move? What do we want to do in transition? Yeah? This is important. And so we're talking much more, we're just talking about our habits than about the system. So because the system is, and also you could press stop in a video and ask you which system we are playing, and you would say we're playing 4-4-2, the next time we play a 5-4-1, the next time we play a 3-5-2. In attack, we always want to attack with 5 players, and there are different habits. So that means very often we have both wing backs in the box or close to the box. Sometimes they are behind the ball, then one of the central midfielders arrives in the box. So we always have clear tasks they have to fulfill in attack and the same in defense. So for me, this discussion is I don't really think about it, because I know the system is very fluid. It's important that the players know what we want to do, and this decides about being successful or not.
The actual work is done behind you right there on the training pitch, all the repetitions, so players know their roles inside and out. But you've also said several times to me here today, having the right players. Can I ask about Adam Morton? How high is his ceiling? Because he's so impressive.
I don't know. That's the good thing. We never know how high the ceiling is, and for me, the most important thing is that we don't set our ceiling. So that we say, okay, I think he can't play higher than this, or I can't play higher than this. So, because as soon as you set your barrier, you can't jump over it. So, and that's why I always say, okay, leave it open, and always. I told the players today in a meeting, I said, I think we haven't achieved our ceiling right now. When I see us playing, when I see the skills we have in the team, I see that we have a lot of potential to improve. And if we keep working, if the players stay hungry to improve, stay hungry to succeed, keep their work ethic, then it will happen. And with Adam is the same. It's just he arrived 1.5 years ago here at Crystal Palace from the Championship. And last year he missed more than, I think, about 60% of the games due to an injury. So I think it's hopefully now his first Premier League season ever, and this can't just be the ceiling. Yeah? So he's young, he understands football, he has such a great pre-orientation, and he's very ambitious, very professional. So I think ceiling is very high.
Another thing you seem to have a knack for, and this is going back throughout your managerial career, is bringing out the best in target men. For strikers, I'm looking at Kolobowani, I'm looking at Weghorst, and now I'm looking at Mateta. What is it about a striker that you look for first, and how do you help him develop and build his confidence to be an elite level striker?
We're always encouraging our strikers to arrive in the areas where they can score, and that's. We all know 90% of the goals are scored inside the box, and even then, let's say, in the width of the 6-yard box. So that means we want JP Mateta there, we wanted Weghorst there, we wanted Kolomani there. So it just makes no sense running to the corner, because there he can score. And all the strikers, usually they have one big quality, and this is the finish. And when you see now like Haaland, Harry Kane, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Messi, now Mateta, just incredible good finishers. So it was pretty clear to talk to him and say, okay, and showed him where he can move to arrive in these areas. And of course we know he needs the deliverers around him. That's then creating a team that they deliver the balls to him, but he always makes these runs, and he gets the balls in these areas, and that's why he can score many goals. And this is very pragmatic at the end, but it worked with every single one.
He's lit up the league. I've got 1 minute left or so, and I'm doing this thing where, as I told you off camera, I'm traveling around the country, coming matches, but interviewing players. And at every interview, I ask the player manager to give a question for my next interview, and I don't know who it's going to be. So, firstly, my last interview was with a very famous Manchester United player. If you could answer his question, looking down the camera, and after that, give a question of your own, and it can be anything, absolutely anything. Are you ready?
Okay.
Let me boost the volume. Okay. And do you have a question? This can be anything, absolutely anything you want to ask. Again, I don't know who I'm going to be talking to.
Pizza with pineapple or without?
And do you have a question? It's going to be pizza, pineapple with or without?
Without. Pizza without pineapple.
And any question you want to ask for my next interviewee?
What do you enjoy most of playing football?
Simple as. Oliver Glasner, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.